guys, it's Adria. So you guys wanted me to make a video on how to ask somebody out, alright? So this is going to be teen advice number 4. My first 3 have been pretty successful. They've gotten a ton of views and a ton of feedback, and you guys seem to be liking that series, so I think I'm going to keep it going. So teenagers, hit me up. Anything you want advice about, leave it in the comments below. Alright, so how to ask somebody out. First and foremost, I think this is most important. Do not be a complete stranger to them, okay? I had this young guy who, I work in a restaurant, comes up to me, and never seen him before or anything, like introduced himself to me and like shook my hand, and I was like, okay. And then he's like, I was wondering if you were seeing anybody, and I was like, yeah, I am. Awkward. Asking somebody out that you have never met before is not only awkward for them, but it's awkward for you as well. I feel like you don't have to know like everything about them. You don't like need to know like their mom's maiden name or everything. Like you don't need to know everything about them, but I feel like you should at least like have seen them a few times, like know their name, you know, definitely know if they're single or not. But for me, when a complete stranger asks me out, I mean, I admire their bravery because I don't think I could do that myself, so I admire them for that. But would I ever accept a date from a complete stranger, single or not? No, because I don't know them. Number one, I don't know what they're gonna do to me, because I've accepted dates from people that I did not know, and I've learned from that because you just like that's just weird because you don't know them. You don't know like if they're like weird, have any weird fetishes or anything. So only ask somebody out if you know them to make them more comfortable. Trust me, because especially for girls, if a guy asks us out and we don't know them, it can be kind of scary. It can be kind of scary if you're the nicest guy and you have all the best intentions. It can be a little frightening. So at least know her a little bit, have seen her a few times, even just like a casual hello here and there. You know, if you like go to school together, you work together, she lives around near you, lives in your area, I don't know, at least kind of know them. Don't just pick out some random stranger. So I think that's like first and foremost. Number 1, core basics here. Nothing is always wear a hidden leaf around your neck. I was about to call this a Sharingan, and I'm like, no, Adria. My second tip is to play it cool. This guy, when he asked me out, he was not very calm, cool, or collected, and it made me very anxious. So my best advice when asking somebody out is to make them feel as comfortable as possible. So if you put off that you feel comfortable, they will feel comfortable as well. I know asking somebody out is a nerve-wracking thing, so to come across as like, oh hey, like I'm fine right now, you know, like that's very like hard. But if this person really means a lot to you and you want to take them out, toughen up a little bit and just yeah, they'll be like, oh my gosh, like he wasn't nervous at all, or she wasn't nervous at all to ask me out. And that's not to say to be fake, because my next tip is to be yourself. I am not saying to, you know, put on a fake act like somebody you're not. Like if you're an anxious person like I am, you know, don't completely stray away from that. If you strive off of your sense of humor, maybe ask them out in a funny way. If you know of something that they like, maybe incorporate that into your pickup line or whatever. Like if somebody asked me out with a Naruto pickup line, like, I can't say I would say no, I'm kidding. I'm in a committed relationship, but I'm just saying, like, if you know of something that they like, if you incorporate that into a way that you ask them out, very good chance they will say yes, because everybody likes it when we notice somebody picks up on an interest that we like. You know, like my friend Sarah got me something Hello Kitty for Christmas, and she got me like hot chocolate, and like I just like casually like said something about drinking hot chocolate, and I always have Hello Kitty stuff. Like just noticing things that people like, it means a lot to someone. For instance, oh, would you want to come over and watch the new episode of Naruto Thursday night? Romance. My next tip is to know what you want. That's not to say that you call the shots, like they get no say in it, but being assertive and having an idea of what you want to do, like maybe you know where you want to take them on the date, what you guys will do, when, and most importantly why you want to take them out. I think just knowing all those things, those are good things to think about before you ask somebody out. It's like, all right, we could do this, we could go, like, go bowling, we could go to the movies, we could go here to eat. Because I remember I was going on a date with a guy and he just asked me out, had no plan of anything, and I was like, all right, what are we gonna do? And he's like, oh, I don't know, what do you want to do? I'm like, so having kind of a plan, even if it's not definitely what you guys end up doing, just kind of having ideas to throw out there can really make the other person feel at ease in case, you know, they are nervous and like don't want to make a decision. If you're like, oh, you know, we could go mini golfing if you're into that. If not, whatever, we can find something else. I know I personally like it when people throw out ideas because I don't really like, you know, calling all the shots. I don't want to, you know, make them feel like uncomfortable. So I guess just having a general idea of what you guys will do, when, where, and why. So you can be like, oh, I asked you out because I have been admiring you from afar for quite some time. No, it sounds so cheesy. Basically, just knowing what you're doing. That's just all around, in every aspect of the situation, just knowing what you're doing. Like nothing is an yeah. Before you ask somebody out, be ready. Be ready, just be ready, think about it, dwell on it, think, be like, do I really care about them? Is this something I really want to do? When everything's a go, do it. Just don't think about it, just do it. You'll be fine. This light is making me so hot. And most importantly, probably whence, did I just make up a new word? Whence. Okay, so once everything's said and done, once you've asked them and they've given you their answer, be respectful. Whether they say yes or whether they say no, you have to respect them. If they say no and you're like, oh, F you, like I didn't care about you anyway, like guess I'm not good enough for you. Like just don't make them feel bad about their decision. If they say yes, don't make them be like, why did I agree to this? I know personally when I have turned people down, I feel bad regardless of their reaction afterward. Like when I had to turn that guy down at work who asked me out, like I felt kind of bad. Like I felt like, oh, like, you know, he probably, you know, worked up confidence to come ask me out. So I felt bad in myself. So if he had tried to make me feel guilty, I would have been like, sorry. So I would not only have felt bad, but then I would have been like, okay, you can go away now. Don't make a scene, don't make the situation awkward, don't make them hate you, you know. If they say yes, awesome. If they say no, just let it go, let it go. Rejection never bothered me anyway. So yeah, I guess that was really my tips for asking somebody out. A lot of you guys wondered how Brandon asked me out. As you know, or may not know, if you're new here, hi, Brandon is my boyfriend. We've been together for almost 2 years now, and we met on Instagram, and he did not ask me out by himself. I forced him to ask me out because, like always, I wear the pants in all my relationships, and I could tell he liked me, but him and I are both like socially awkward and shy people, and we were kind of like expressing our feelings toward each other that like we kind of liked each other a little bit more than friends. And then I straight up said to him, if you like me, ask me to be your girlfriend. Call me on the phone right now and ask me. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. And he did just that. I thought he was just gonna call me, ask me to be his girlfriend, and then we'd just hang up, and that would be that. Because we would both feel kind of awkward, like, oh, that was scary. Because asking somebody out is scary on both sides, so I just wanted him to call me, ask me, and then call it a night, be done. He called me, and he beat around the bush for a half hour at least. And I was just like, okay, you're gonna ask me now? He eventually did. Yeah, I mean, hey, sometimes you have to be assertive. Girls, don't wait around for a guy to ask you out. I didn't. I mean, I didn't really ask him out, but I told him, I was like, you know, if you like me, ask me to be your girlfriend, because I'm tired of waiting. Just ask. So those are my tips for asking somebody out. Girls, don't wait on guys. Guys, ask a girl out. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and let me know, as I mentioned earlier, any future teen advice videos you guys would like to see. As you may know, I'm no longer a teenager, so I don't know what teenage problems are relevant nowadays. I'm sure it's not much different than when I was a teenager a few years ago. When was the last time I was a teenager? I haven't been a teenager for 3 years. I hope these tips helped you guys out a little bit. If not, sorry, did my best. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. I make new videos every week. I won't leave you hanging, I promise. And I will see you guys again in my next video. Until then, panda hugs. I love you guys. Bye! Turn off the camera jutsu. I get so many compliments on this necklace, but I can guarantee you half the people that compliment this don't even know what this is from. And that makes me very sad. Toodles!